Man, it feels so nice to be in maxed out gear.
Not as nice a feeling as knowing Huel is happy.
Kid, we still have to upgrade to netherite to be maxed out.
Well, maybe we'll find some while we're in the Nether.
I doubt it, kid. We're going to explore, not mine.
Well, if someone finds a bastion, they might find netherite in one of the chests.
They might also find Pigstep, which is way more valuable. If I find it, you're all invited to my Minecraft dance party.
Saul, I'd rather have a conversation with my wife than go to your dance party.
Correction, all of you except Walter are invited.
Walter, why did you say that like having a conversation with the woman you married would be the worst thing in the world?
Because it would be. She's always nagging me about how I'm in danger, even though I'm not.
The only reason you're not in danger is because I make sure to keep Huel nice and fed. If anything ever happens to me, well, Huel is going to be hungrier than Walt Jr. without breakfast.
Mike, I'm gonna borrow an iron from you for the flint and steel to light the portal.
Jesse, why don't you go to the iron farm to get one iron?
Because it's all the way in the forest and I only need...
One? You only need one? Well, I only needed one for the shovel I made with your iron, so why don't you from now on, when you don't like the way I do something, climb down out of my ass? Can you do that, Jesse?
Shut the fuck up.
Kid, he's right. Don't have double standards.
To be fair, Walt is just as much of a hypocrite. He gave you shit when you took his bed for the breeder, but at the same time he was taking most of your iron for his farm.
Fuck you, Saul.
Many have.
Not without payment, though.
All right, I made the nether portal. Everyone come on in and then we'll split up.
Why am I not surprised you didn't give it corners?
Did you seriously expect me to mine 4 more pieces of obsidian just so it could have corners?
You could have at least given it decorative corners with some other block.
Yeah, I always add beacons on the corners of my portals just for decoration, even the corners that can't be seen.
If you wanted corners this badly, why didn't you just build it?
It's because he didn't want to mine obsidian.
Fuck you, Mike. Don't speak for me.
Walt, you didn't deny that you were too lazy.
There is no need to deny what is blatantly untrue.
Walter, it's not too late to just add some blocks to the corners. Perhaps jungle wood to match the house.
Or perhaps dead bushes to match the desert. Hey, that's a use for dead bushes. I guess we were wrong after all, and Walter is right.
Hell yeah, I found a nether fortress.
Good, now we can get blaze rods to beat the game.
Also, we can now make potions.
Potions aren't really useful. I mean, you use them to cure zombie villagers, and that's it.
Completely untrue. How are you supposed to sneak into your friends' bases and steal their stuff without the invisibility potion?
Jesse, if you fall into a pool of lava, what would you do? I would drink a fire resistance potion, but you would die.
Not true, I would eat a notch apple.
Jesse, enchanted golden apples are extremely rare. The chances of you having one at that time is extremely low.
If you have good armor, you won't need either of those. Just sink to the bottom, mine out 3 blocks, then block the top.
My favorite way to get out of lava pools is to type /game mode creative.
You can't do that, Saul. I'm the only one with OP.
Not if I backdoor the server.
Saul, I keep a log of all commands. And if I see you even change the weather, I will unleash the Trojan virus I installed on your computer, and it will delete everything on it.
Mike, that seems extreme. Why did you add that to his PC?
It is a safety precaution, and don't worry, I added one to yours and Walter's too.
Fuck you, Mike. After our gaming session, I'm going to scour my PC for viruses and I will find it.
You go ahead and try Walter.
I just killed a baby piglin. Now I know what it felt like when Walt poisoned Brock.
Fuck you, Saul. I did not kill him. I gave him a controlled amount of poison. I carefully calculated how much to give him based on his age and body weight.
Just because you were a nerd about it doesn't make it right.
Oh, so you would have rathered I wasn't a nerd and just gave him a random amount that could have killed him?
I'd rather that you didn't poison him at all.
Me too, because you poisoned Brock. Poor Huel got stuck in a safe house for who knows how long.
But since he was in that safe house, we got to enjoy Huel's rules.
True that, kid.
Holy shit! I just got a wither skeleton skull from the second one I killed.
It's a good thing you didn't give up trying to get looting 3. I kind of expected that from you after your whole feather falling 3 fiasco.
Fuck you, Mr. White.
At this rate, we can get a beacon in no time.
Actually, we still have to get the base of the beacon, and it will take forever to mine all that netherite.
Saul, why don't you go ahead and waste months getting a netherite beacon? The rest of us, however, will use iron from the iron farm and get our beacon instantly.
Wow, Walter, taking the lazy and fast way instead of the way cooler way. Weren't you just chastising Jesse for being lazy?
Once again, Mr. White, you're a hypocrite.
That is completely different. Looting 3 is an hour-long commitment. A netherite beacon is hundreds of hours long. Plus, a netherite beacon has no advantage over an iron beacon.
The advantage is it looks cooler.
A nether fortress. That's fortunate we have 2 in close proximity to the portal.
Damn it, how come you two found some, but all I found is nether quartz and gold? It's getting really tiring mining all of this.
You and I are in the same boat, just like when we stayed at the vacuum repair shop. I would say good times, but you spend the whole time lecturing me about time machines.
Mr. White talked about time machines? Was he discussing theories on how to make one? I would love to have a time machine.
No, you are getting it wrong. I talked about how they are completely impossible. To even suggest that time machines are a theoretical possibility is to show to the world your infantile mind. It breaks the second law of thermodynamics and will never be possible no matter how advanced technology gets.
Do you guys see what I had to deal with for several days?
He's just lucky it was you and not me. I would have smothered him in his sleep the first day.
Oh shit. Phew, I turned the corner right into a ghast, but luckily it was so close I slashed it with my sword.
That means looting 3 applied to it. Check for any gas tears, they are useful.
You ever think about how the last thing a ghast does is cry a tear before it dies? It is honestly tragic and makes me think twice before killing them.
No, Saul, no one ever thinks that because it is just pixels in a video game. I'm starting to sound like a broken record trying to deal with you.
Also, ghasts attack you unprovoked. No sympathy there.
I will never feel sorry for a ghast after how many times they have knocked me into lava pools.
Mike, weren't you just saying how easy it was to survive lava pools by digging down?
No, Walter, don't you put words in my mouth. That is a way you can survive, but it is not guaranteed survival. If your armor isn't good, if you don't have enough food, and if the pool is too deep, you will not survive.
I think that you just got lucky once or twice and survived that way. I have never been able to survive falling into lava without a potion.
That sounds like a skill issue.
Fuck you, Saul. I'm getting tired of you saying that.
I almost wish I didn't add knockback to my sword. It's just making it harder to kill blazes since they get pushed so far away.
Just use your bow.
Walter, his bow doesn't have looting 3 on it. We need blaze rods in order to beat the game.
Also, it would be really hard to recover the blaze rod if I use my bow since they're dropping the rods over cliffs.
I dropped my car over a cliff.
What the fuck? How do you drop a car? Do you mean that you drove it over a cliff? And if you did that, how are you alive?
Saul did not do any of those. What happened was we pushed his car over a cliff.
Mike, you were with him?
It's a long story, kid.
Look at that, a fortress right next to where Mike's fortress is.
Saul, are you sure that's not an extension of Mike's?
As sure as I'm sure that Chuck is an asshole.
Saul, what biome is it in?
The one with all the gray spiky stuff, I don't know. It looks like the facial hair of an old guy who hasn't shaved for a couple days.
Well, then I know for a fact it is my fortress. It is a part I haven't explored yet, but I saw it in the basalt deltas connected to mine.
So what, Mike? We could share it like how we shared water in the desert.
No, Saul, find your own fortress.
It's a good thing you didn't let Saul share it, Mike, since if you did, you'd also have to let me share it.
Is that so?
Yes, it is so. I haven't found anything interesting yet, and you would have had to.
I wouldn't have had to do anything, Walter.
Mike, you should let me explore it just to mess with Walt.
I almost want to...
All I'm saying is it should be fair.
Was poisoning Brock fair? Did he deserve it, Mr. White?
Fuck you, Jesse. A guy makes one bad decision and it's held over his head the rest of his life.
Yes, Walter's right. We should completely forgive him for poisoning a child and move on, never thinking about it again. Everyone makes mistakes.
Thank you, Saul.
Walter Saul was being sarcastic.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, I was.
Damn it.
Nice, Netherwart. I was starting to get worried since not every fortress has Netherwart.
Isn't it a bit strange that this plant only grows in fortresses? Why isn't it sprouting up all over?
It's not that deep, Walter.
The netherwort in fortresses is in a contained garden, so is it endangered? How would it get endangered if it is so durable it can survive unaided in these nether fortresses? I'm assuming, of course, that they were planted a long time ago by whoever made the fortresses, and now the fortresses are abandoned.
If you had a likable personality, I bet you would make a great member of Game Theory.
Mr. White, I hopped on tonight to game not to get a lesson in botany. I ain't your student anymore, bitch.
I'm sorry that I was born with an inquisitive mind.
I'm sorry that you were also born with a 2-inch penis.
Good one, Saul.
Fuck you.
No wonder Skylar keeps seeing Ted.
I cannot fucking believe you're speaking about my wife again after everything that happened.
Everything that happened, meaning you throwing a temper tantrum, then muting me because you didn't want to hear me because I was hurting your feelings.
Saul, quiet. Stop starting fights.
Yeah, Mr. White's sensitive heart can't take it.
I hate all of you.
What the hell is this? It says smithing template.
Those are new. They basically are cosmetic for your armor. You can duplicate them with diamonds.
Oh, ho, ho. Did you just say you can make more with diamonds? I don't know about any of you, but that sounds like a use for diamonds.
Yeah, I guess it is. Pretty cool.
It looks like you were wrong after all.
What? No, bitch? When we had our argument, this new update wasn't a thing. Before this update, they were useless. Now I guess they aren't.
I think Walter is still wrong here. Mike said they are only cosmetic, and although I love my vanity, just look at my colorful suits. The smithing templates aren't useful.
Ha! Take that, bitch!
Not exactly, Saul. You can also duplicate netherite upgrades, which turns diamond armor into netherite.
Ha! Once again, you are proven unintelligent, Jesse.
Not so fast. Once you get a full set of netherite gear, you won't need any more netherite upgrades, so you won't need any more diamonds. So I am still right.
This argument was one hell of a roller coaster. I feel like those guys who got stuck upside down for hours.
Saul, that makes no fucking sense.
I think he just wanted to make a dark humor joke, not caring whether or not it made sense.
Look at this. I found a fossilized nether turd.
Saul, what the fuck? Holy shit, do you mean netherite?
If that's what you call it, then yes.
Saul, how the hell did you find that?
Saul, are you mining for netherite? You weren't supposed to do that. We're exploring. We'll get netherite later.
Geese, these accusations make me feel like Bill Oakley when I intimidated him with my fake news crew. I was just mining for quartz, and there was a nether turd tucked next to them.
Saul, your luck is fucking ridiculous.
I wouldn't say that. I've never told you about the time I did a Chicago sunroof, and to my misfortune, there were 2 little tots in the car.
I do not want to even know what that means.
It means he accidentally shat on 2 kids.
Jesse, what the fuck did I just say?
I got in a real load of trouble for that one. I almost became an official EDP, but my brother got me out of it.
Holy shit, there are a lot of enemies here. Tons of blazes and wither skeletons.
Good, now you can get a bunch of blaze rods and potentially more skulls.
I don't know, there are a ton here. I hope I don't die. I'm overwhelmed.
So you're overwhelmed like Hank and Gomi when Jack's army showed up.
Saul, that might have been your first analogy that actually made sense.
They all make sense from my perspective. You 3 would have to be in my mind to understand them fully.
Saul, not for $1 billion with a B dollars would I have a look inside your mind. The things that go on in there would drive me insane.
The same could be said about you. If I looked in your mind, I would see chemistry equations, money, and poisoned children.
Okay, I need to head back now. I just ran out of food, so there is no way to heal.
Not true. If you kill yourself, you will respawn with more hearts than before you died.
Wow, Saul's so helpful. I can't believe no one's ever thought of that before.
Jesse, don't listen to him, Jesse. If you die, you'll lose your stuff.
Walter Jesse was being sarcastic, and so was Saul, actually.
How gullible are you, Mr. White?
Hey, Walt, it says gullible on the ceiling.
Saul, you buffoon, that only works in person. Since I am alone in my own house, there is no possible way for you to have written it up there.
If that's so, Walter, why did I see on my security feed that you looked up after he said that?
No, I did not. Wait, security feed?
Well, I guess this is what happens when you have too much Los Pollos Hermanos. This ghast is so fat that it's stuck right in front of me in the nether rack.
Use it to get the achievement.
What achievement? The kill every mob achievement? I still have a lot more mobs to go, Walt.
No, damn it, the one where you hit its flaming balls back at it.
Whoa, that's disgusting. I don't want to hit its balls. How did Mojang get away with adding balls to the mob since this is a kid's game?
Holy shit, Saul, I give up.
Oh fuck, oh man.
Kid, tell us what happened. We can see your screen.
My shield just broke.
Jesse, I thought you were leaving the Nether. What's going on?
Well, I found some unexplored sections and I risked exploring them without food. Now I really gotta go since I'll die without my shield.
Jesse, what do you think people did before shields? You do not need your shield. The fact that you think you will die shows your lack of experience at this game.
Fuck you, Mr. White. I'd like to see you try exploring the Nether without a shield.
I would to prove you wrong, but I don't want to damage my armor.
Yeah, the armor with mending on it.
Yeah, bitch. You must be getting a ton of XP since all you're doing is mining quartz and gold.
Actually, I'm not. I'm using Silk Touch.
Why the hell would you use that?
Because, Jesse, anyone with a brain would know that using Fortune would fill up your inventory very quickly. Then you'd either have to drop items and waste them or keep taking trips back to our base to put stuff in chests. My inventory has a ton of room, and I'm guessing yours is full, am I correct?
I ain't telling you a thing, bitch.
That sounds like a yes to me.
Fuck you, Saul. I bet Mike is using Fortune, right, Mike?
No, kid, I'm not. Silk Touch is the way to go. When I get back to the overworld, I'm going to mine it with Fortune.
Well, now all of you have to mine your ores twice.
Or 3 times.
Saul, what are you talking about?
We can place our ores, mine it with Silk Touch, place it again, then mine it with Fortune. Oh, guess what I just realized? We can also mine it 4 times.
Damn it, Saul. You can mine it 5, 6, 7, 8 infinite times. There is no limit if you use Silk Touch.
Walter, why would you mine it infinite times? Are you stupid?
How am I the stupid one here?
Oh man, I am completely lost. I think I went in the complete opposite direction I was supposed to go.
How is that possible, Jesse? Did you not write down the codes of the Nether portal?
Of course I didn't, bitch. I'm not a mega nerd like you are.
You don't need cords to find your way to your portal. Just retrace your steps. It's not that hard.
I like to drop an item every 5 steps, that way it leaves a trail.
Saul items despawn after 5 minutes. You're going to lose it all. What have you been dropping?
Diamonds. Blue jawbreakers.
Diamonds. You've been dropping diamonds. What the hell is wrong with you? And I'm really asking.
I thought you were figuratively asking.
Mr. White, are you stupid? Saul is messing with you. No way he has enough diamonds to drop one every 5 steps.
How was I supposed to know that? He could have used X-ray.
Yes, Walter. Saul used X-ray to get enough diamonds for him to be able to drop them all as he explored the Nether. Perfectly reasonable.
Holy shit, that was close. I was holding down left-click mining quartz and a zombie pigman came in front of me and I almost hit him.
A pigman came in front of you?
Oh, fuck you, Saul. That's not what I meant.
Okay, I recognize this. I'm finally back on track and I should be leaving the Nether soon.
Yeah, I should probably leave too. I explored this whole fortress.
This is just great. You two managed to explore entire Nether fortresses and I have found nothing. What a waste of time.
Walt, you and I are in the same boat here, like when we were both worried Jessie was going to kill us.
No, Walter, you didn't waste your time. Now you have way more gold and quartz than Jessie and I.
Mr. White quartz is used in redstone.
Why are you telling me what I already know?
I'm just saying, since you're a massive nerd, you should enjoy making redstone contraptions.
I personally am going to use my quartz on pillars for my office.
No one cares, Saul.
I'm just going to start heading back. Even if I find a fortress at this point, I'll be exploring it while the rest of you do something cooler like fighting the Ender Dragon.
Walter, do you really think our next step is to fight the Ender Dragon?
Why not? We have the gear.
No, we don't. We only have like 1 spare bed. We're going to need a lot more than that.
Saul, this isn't a speed run.
Walter, before we fight the Ender Dragon, we need to get netherite, set up a bartering system for the Ender Pearls, and make a lot of potions. It'll take a while to do all that.
We don't need to do any of that. Speedrunners beat the game without any armor.
Mr. White, like I told Saul, we ain't speedrunners. None of us are at that skill level, especially you.
What is that supposed to mean?
Oh, you know what that's supposed to mean.
Fuck all of you.
Nice I found the portal. That actually took forever.
Actually, it didn't take forever. It took you 15 minutes. Forever is such a large amount of time that our human minds cannot comprehend it.
I wish this wasn't a voice call and instead it was a Discord chat so I could respond to that by spamming the nerd emoji.
Yeah, really though, who you trying to impress with your annoying know-it-all behavior?
Well, certainly not Skylar. You see, she's attracted to very dumb people and there's no one more stupid than Ted.
Hey, maybe that's why she married Mr. White.
I'm so fed up with you, Saul. And you're such a hypocrite. I remember you telling me that you also got cheated on. It was your second wife with your stepdad.
Walter, I've tried to tell you this. Saul is a troll. He just wants a reaction out of you.
Fine then. From now on, I will not respond to Saul's shit about my wife.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Definitely longer than Walt in bed. Wow, color me impressed.
Jessie, how did you get a skull from your second skeleton? I've had to have killed 40 of them, and I still don't have a skull.
I must have gotten lucky.
Luckier than Gus surviving the blast long enough to straighten his tie.
Yeah, half his face was blown off. How in the world was he able to walk still?
And why would he adjust his tie as the last thing he ever did? I would have done something better.
Walter, what specifically would you have done? He had 10 more seconds to live, and he was in a nursing home. What could he possibly do?
I don't know, but anything would have been better than straightening a tie.
So if he had done a cartwheel, that would have been better?
Damn it, stop interrogating me, all of you. I'm sorry that I haven't thought out what I would do if I was partially blown up and had 10 seconds to live.
But why? I figured out what I'd do in that scenario a long time ago. You don't plan ahead, do you, Walt?
What would you do then?
I'm not telling you. You'll have to wait and see.
Saul, chances are you won't be dying in an explosion in a nursing home. Just tell us.
You don't know that. What if at the end of my life, when I'm in a nursing home, there's a gas leak?
All right, fine already.
I think I have enough crystallized cum and piss. I'm going to come back now.
Saul, to English translation, is he found enough quartz and gold?
Saul, why do you have to make every situation awkward and uncomfortable?
This is coming from the guy who hit on his boss, who was 20 years younger than him during a meeting.
Yeah, Mr. White, Saul's jokes are perverted, but your actions are perverted.
Is that any worse, though?
Yes, Walter, 1,000 times worse.
What the hell? Our farm didn't grow any plants during all that time we were gone.
That's because when we're in the Nether, they aren't loaded, kid.
Now who's being stupid? Maybe I should bring this up every time you bring up the pickaxe incident.
I think you mean incidents, plural.
Your mistakes were way worse than mine, bitch. They show how unintelligent you really are.
Well, this is a baby game. It is not a good gauge of intelligence. We need to play something that requires more critical thinking, strategy, and intellect.
Fine, bitch. Mike and Saul, are you two okay with taking a break from Minecraft?
Yes, kid, we've been playing for a while. It'll be nice to have a change.
As long as we play something where we aren't working together, I've had enough of having to carry the whole group.
Saul, that is bullshit. You didn't carry anyone. But don't worry, I got a game in mind that will work.